Hello, my name is Sweeney Taylor Walton, and this is my brag on God. My brag on God actually happened on January 14th, 2009. I was living in Maryland at the time, and I owned my own home. I had just left my comfortable corporate job to start a life and executive coaching business, and I was on my way to just live my dreams. I was very happy at that time in my life, except for something that had been happening for about 6 months. I had dated a guy for a little while, and after we broke up, he began to stalk me. And the stalking was it was a very scary time in my life. He would just show up at my home. He would follow me on the highways. It was very intimidating, very scary. That went on for a long time, to the point that I knew that I needed to get a restraining order to let him know that I was serious about him stopping the behavior. Unfortunately for me, the restraining order did not help at all. It only intensified his stalking behavior. So on the night of January 14, 2009, I was actually coming home from church. When I was on the highway, I just remember feeling very unsettled in my spirit. I was very nervous. I had a lot of anxiety and just emotions that were very uncomfortable. And so I remember stopping at the light in front of my development, and before I made the turn into my development, I remember a voice very calmly and it was the certainty that I had that he was there. That's what I heard. He's here. And I remember saying, no, he's not, because I didn't want to believe that he was there. But when I pulled in front of my home, he was actually there. He was waiting for me. He had been waiting for a while because I had been at church for several hours. When he was there, I got out of the car and I had my Bible in one hand, and I had some papers from my class at church in the other hand, and I was shaking. I was shaking a lot, and I kept saying out loud, "I'm nervous. What are you doing here?" At that point, I began walking up the stairs to my house. And when I got to the top of the stairs, I heard another voice tell me that he had a gun and he was here to harm me. And I knew if I let him in the house that I would die in the house. So I didn't let him in. I immediately turned around and started walking down the steps actually, to try to get my neighbor's attention. And when I got down there, I just remember we had exchanged some words, we argued a bit, and then I remember so quickly he pulled out a gun, and when he did, I was terrified. I thought I was going to pass out, and as soon as I saw the gun, he shot me in the face. And I remember falling forward, and as I fell forward, I remember hearing this voice. I remember hearing God tell me, "It's not your time." Because I remember thinking, like, God, I can't believe this is the way I'm going to leave here. And he said, "It's not your time." And I hit the ground. And when I hit the ground, he stood over me again and shot me again in the face. And at that point, I remember I was trying to push myself off the ground. I was hoping that I could get up. I couldn't. So I didn't know if I was paralyzed. I didn't know what was going on. But somehow, thank God, my neighbors came out, and they called the ambulance, and the ambulance, the paramedics, they came so quickly and got me to the hospital. By the grace of God, it was January, it was freezing on the East Coast. I could have bled out actually if it was the summertime. So I actually survived that, and I'm just so thankful. That's my brag on God, that he kept me here. And with that, I got a lot of powerful lessons. The first one is that I live with a peace and a faith that is undeniable, and it's such a beautiful way to live life. I trust God completely. I have the peace of him with me at all times. And actually, about 18 months after everything happened, I was able to pursue another dream and get my MBA. And after that, I also was able to meet the love of my life. So God sent me the man of my dreams. So I married my soulmate, and we had a beautiful son, a handsome son. So I'm very happy. I'm so thankful to God. And that's my brag on God. It will always be my brag on God. And I want to thank you for listening. I actually had the experience also. I was able to write a book. It's called going through hell to get to heaven if you want to hear more about my story and my experience. But I do thank you so much. Thank you.